I have seen people from everywhere, from South Florida, from up north, northeast. I've seen people coming from the Midwest. I've got a little bit of everything coming here.
Flagler County continues to attract new residents, and a local home builder joined Free for All Friday last week to talk about what buyers can expect.
Contractor Tony Amaral with Amaral Custom Homes says many builders rely on subcontractors to finish jobs, and that can impact the construction timeline based on the availability of local labor.
I still think there's a shortage. Once you've established that relationship with your subcontractors, it tends to work out, but they're busy, especially for the guys who are doing the custom homes. Like, we're not doing 200 like I did in the past. I might be doing 10. So they have to go out and find other work. And if they are getting, and I see it all the time, if they're getting up with these larger companies, those guys are taking priority.
During the free-for-all, Amaral said buyers' wants and needs have also changed recently, which can make a custom-built home more appealing to some.
I'm doing a lot of, I need an office to work from home. You know, before it was, I just need that guest bedroom, or it was a playroom, it was a utility room. But now they're, from day one, that's going to be my office because I work from home. So, it changes the style of home you build, and that's why, for me at least, I see a lot more people coming. This is the house. They've thought it out. They've done their research. They know what they need, and it's making that home come true for them. That's what's driving them to be here, at least from my end. I'm sure we're still getting those people who just want to be in Florida.
Tomorrow, we'll hear some advice for first-time home buyers.
Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Thursday, January 2nd. Amid growing media buzz, we offer a local perspective on drones.
Seth Cribben, UAS operator for Flagler County government, is an aircraft specialist who works daily to keep the area safe from weather-related issues and more.
What we do at the county is we collect data, necessary data, without having to pay for pretty expensive contractors for things that, we need to do here in the county. Like storm response. My first day, I was out at land management at Princeton's Place, flying for a controlled burn, making sure, they got all the hot spots.
He says it's important to understand and know how to handle a drone.
The issue was that it started as a hobby, so people think that it's a toy. And people aren't informed that there's airspace and there's manned aviation that you could interfere with and put people in harm's way. People need to be informed, learn the rules. If you get one for Christmas, look up general rules, look up where you can and cannot fly.
Cribben has his view of recent news reports about the mysterious drones flying over the U.S.
I don't think people are used to looking up. I think there's this huge craze, and now people are curious, which, stirs the pot.
Seth Cribben for Flagler's Local Morning News. I'm Karen Johnson.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
If we have less money coming into the state from the federal government, it's going to require rebalancing of the state's priorities going forward.
With the Florida legislative session right around the corner, State Senator Tom Leek is talking about what potential funding requests could come from local governments.
As the state of Florida continues to adjust from the post-COVID federal spending frenzy of the current administration, Leek says state lawmakers have had to reprioritize what Floridians can afford, and sometimes that impacts local governments.
You had to spend that money or it reverted back to the federal government, and quite frankly, if you let it revert back to the federal government, it goes into this black hole of spending that the state of Florida wouldn't approve of, so we thought it better to spend it on Floridians, which we did. And so with that federal money being gone, I would expect that you will see a return to normalcy on budgets, and the result will be much fewer member projects.
During the Friday free-for-all, Leek admitted he can't tell the future, but he said there is a willingness by the state to help fund road projects to support more than just Palm Coast's westward expansion.
It's hard for me to imagine a rope of that significance not connecting to other roads that would aid in the evacuation of residents, and particularly, if you're taking people from the beach to get them to a main artery. But the short of it is, all roads are interconnected, and they all serve the purpose that we need. So if we need to evacuate residents from the beach side, you're going to have loop roads that then dump into another road that allow you to go north and south.
From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Daryl Moody.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.